What's up, ladies and gents? Excalizors here, bringing you some more from the desk of Excal. Hey, you look at that? 2 weeks in a row. Say it ain't so. What year is it? And so on and so forth, right? So, what do we want to talk about this week? Well, last week we did 2042, so how about this week we cover the other asshole on the street? Good old Call of Duty Vanguard. And what do I think about that and really just modern Call of Duty in general, because the series has changed a lot since you last heard from me over here on the tube. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get right to it. So straight up, hated it. Was not really a fan at all, and I kind of really struggle to really point out anything I actually do like about it. At this point, I'm just pretty much fed up with Call of Duty at this point. I don't plan on buying it. What I am banking on, well, it's not really banking on, I'm pretty confident that this will happen, is they're going to have a Twitch bounty for it, and I'll get the game for free. I mean, they've done that for Modern Warfare and Cold War, so I don't see any reason as to why they wouldn't here with Vanguard. But, yeah, just was not a fan. First night, it's weird. I'm able to slog through it. Like, I don't get overly angry with it because I was playing with a bunch of other guys, and they were getting pretty frustrated with it too. And so, like, therefore, it sort of takes the anger load off of my shoulders, and I can just sit here and laugh at what everyone else is saying and laughing at what I see in the game and all that sort of fun stuff. And I think only really one person I played with was really enjoying himself, but he was a controller boy, so his opinion's irrelevant. Relax, relax, relax. I'm just making a funny. Just making a funny. But anyway, just wasn't a fan. The only reason I played it a second time is that there was a Twitch bounty for it, so hey, if all they want from me is an hour of my time and they want to pay me a couple of bucks to do it, yeah, man, I'll sign up for that deal. But anyway, it was just overall, I mean, the maps were okay. Didn't really like nor hate any of them. The Hitler's Mansion and the rooftop and the bar, like, what is that? I don't know, like some sort of hotel looking map, and the big open map for the big 24v24 game mode. I think it was 24v24, something like that. The big boy game mode, the ground war. Maps weren't that bad, but I mean, just for the two smaller maps, I think we briefly mentioned it in the 2042 video last week, is that just for how small those maps are and how tight the corners are and how little space there is in each of the rooms, why is the movement like this? I don't think it fits very well. It's goofy. I mean, if the maps were more suited to sliding and moving that fast and all that sort of fun stuff, maybe I could get into it a little more. I think, as I played more and more 2042, it's like, I still think it's goofy, but it doesn't upset me as much in 2042 as it does in Vanguard. Also, it was really, really hard to see anyone. Like, God forbid, if there weren't name tags, I don't think I would have killed a single person unless they were AFK, standing still. There's just... I mean, I don't know what it is about the modern games, though. I think this game doesn't even look particularly realistic. Where everything has to be, fucking gray, bland colors, and then, of course, the uniforms gotta blend into the environment, right? It's like, well, you're not gonna go out of the urban environment wearing an orange fucking suit, are you? Bright orange? Yeah. No, it's just the colors were just so bland and washed out, and people are just moving so fucking fast, and then you just hope that you see the red name tag, and you just start blasting and hope for the best. So it's just really, really hard to see people. I mean, what is the deal with all of these 10 total attachments for a gun? Like, how they can't even balance fucking 5 attachments, and we're gonna double that amount? I mean, how many setups in Warzone? Let's see. I think I can describe most setups in Warzone. Monolithic suppressor, commando grip, 50 to 60 round magazine, a sight of your choice. I mean, there is a little variety there, you know, hollow sight, VLK, or whatever that's called, the 3X, simple red dot sight, or maybe your gun's got good iron sight. You can put on a tack laser, and then one of the grips to reduce recoil and all that, and boom, there's your standard automatic weapon setup for most guns in Warzone. Yeah, that's good. We got like 40 different attachments for every gun, and everyone uses the same 7. Really, really well balanced there. I mean, I much prefer the Pick 10 system. I don't know why that got a lot of flack. I would prefer these guns just to be good at base, and then depending on, you know, how you want to play, you can, you know, just go from there. You know, quick draw, you want some fast mags or an extended mag. Not both though. Having both is ridiculous. Stock, laser sight. I liked it better when the most we could put on a gun was like 3. Seemed like it was just easier to balance and all that. But 10 attachments, it feels like that's just a ploy to get more people to play their game longer so that they can spend the 6, 8, 10 hours or however long it takes to max out a gun. It's like, man, I'd love to go out, man, but I gotta grind this gun on Call of Duty. You know, someone on YouTube said, you know, that this is a god tier setup for the Thompson gun. Once you get all the attachments, man, you're gonna start reaming people. Sorry, man, gotta keep playing. It's like, what? 10 attachments. I mean, that's just what's going to happen anyway. It's just they're going to have 60 attachments for every gun, and again, there's going to be like 7 or 8 that are going to see play once these guns are maxed out. What's the fucking point of that? I'm not a fan of that design philosophy at all. And so, I guess here comes where we're going to go more into just the overall state of modern Call of Duty. And this is the whole aim assist and crossplay debacle. You know, I really should have recorded something on this like 3 weeks ago when it was trending on the Twitter. So what does your boy here think? Because I've been on both sides of the fence here. I mean, way back once upon a time when, you know, your boy was first starting out. He was a thumbstick player. A good old PS3. I was getting yelled at by Xbox and PC players at the time. I was like, wow, these PS3 players suck, man. You get shit on by Xbox players. We're way better. You get shit on by PC players. And so I switched to Xbox. And then it was just, I don't think there's many people really defending the PlayStation player base at the time. At least not during the PS3 era. And then it was, wow, that's a great gameplay and all. You'd get shit on by PC players. And then you fast forward to like just a few years ago. When, you know, the PS4 generation, Xbox One generation is, wow, great gameplay and all. You'd get shit on by PS4 players. And so the circle begins anew, apparently. So, here's what I think about the whole crossplay and aim assist thing. I think, for the most part, it's a failed experiment. I hate it. I mean, it's cool that, you know, a PC player can now play Call of Duty from the beginning to the end of its life cycle. Whereas, like, before crossplay was introduced, I think you'd maybe get, like, 6 to 8 months, and then you know, the player base would start dwindling down, and then you go into, you know, you see the same guys like week in and week out. You start recognizing names. That's never a good thing when you're doing this, you know, random matchmaking. And I don't think there is a Goldilocks zone where controller aim assist won't upset a PC player, or they can't get it to a level where, like, you know, everyone's cool with it. And I mean, it's crazy, like, what aim assist can do today. I feel like this is, whenever, like, someone, goes off on Twitter, like, controller, no brain, aim, no controller aim, no brain, whatever those fucking memes are, right? And then the first thing, first thing is like, well, if you don't like getting shit up by controller players, why don't you use it? Which I can go into that point too. It's like, I mean, do we not all have like our preferences here? And here, I'm not here to say that aim assist should just be completely gone, because I think some level for first-person shooters will always be needed. As I remember, I played one of those Killzone games that came out on PS3. I think it was Killzone 3, whatever the first Killzone game on PS3 was. Game ran at like 25 FPS, nothing had aim assist, and I think after a few hours it eventually just devolved into people using shotguns, strafing back and forth, trying to land the one-hit KO. I mean, it was a goofy game. It's the reason you didn't see too much gameplay of it on my channel back in the day. I don't know, that game might be so old, that might have even been like my first original channel before it got Konami, but different story, different day. I mean, at some level, I think aim assist, again, is needed, but just that right level where controller people won't feel outgunned by mouse and keyboard, and a level where mouse and keyboard players won't be upset with the aim assist. So I think a lot of things that like I don't see in like these discussions is, why is no one saying that aim assist has gotten stronger over the past 10 years? Because like the things aim assist can do now, as I can tell you, back when I was playing a lot of Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360, I didn't see anybody's kill cam doing that. And add on top of that, like, the hardware has gotten better, the engine has gotten better, the software has gotten better. I mean, everything since Black Ops 2 has gotten better. And aim assist, since really the Titanfall advanced movement fad was a thing, aim assist got jacked up to compensate, maybe not compensate, but to sort of adapt into the, the wild and erratic movement. And now since we've slowed it down from the wild verticality, aim assist has actually even gotten stronger. And it's wild too, because when I was big into Titanfall 1, I feel like I hit my peak, my pinnacle, and I guess, it's just as a fun little challenge, I would plug in the controller and see how well I could do. It was initially supposed to be a challenge, and it took a couple games to get into it. But I was surprised at how good the controller was doing. Because here, I guess here's the brief summary though. Like up close engagements in Titanfall 1 on the controller, it's a crapshoot. I mean, if you weren't ready for that guy to jump over your head or whatever, I mean, I wasn't at the level where I could 180 and deal with it. But if I was ready for it, pretty good chance, 50-50. Medium range, I'd say controller had the upper hand every time. Because, I mean, once it locks on, you can't get away. There's that sweet spot. And long range was in favor of mouse and keyboard 100%. Because, after a certain range, aim assist ain't going to do shit. And it's wild. It's so fucking wild. Alright, let me see. Like, let's use Black Ops 2 as an example here again. Like, I remember, one of the popular ARs on console were the AN-94 and the M8, the 4-round burst gun. Of course, there's the LSATs and the snippers and all that, but I mean, I always kind of liked the Scar H, but I mean, if I needed to put the big boy pants on for a game or two, the Scar H was not a gun I would go to on the sticks. But on PC, the Scar H is one of the best guns in the game, because you can, I mean, by default, it is a pretty bouncy gun. But on mouse and keyboard, it's a lot easier to control it than it was on the sticks, and I mean, the range you can get away with on the mouse and keyboard is much farther, whatever. You get what I'm saying, than what you can do on the sticks reliably. Right? Let's use Black Ops 3 for an example here. And I think this is when the... I don't remember if Advanced Warfare had controller aim assist on PC, but I mean, so few people played that game on PC. I mean, maybe that just by virtue of there wasn't really people playing with a controller on PC, so I can't really comment on that. But Black Ops 3. So I mean, maybe we can have some of the console boys in the comments comment if you can remember back in Black Ops 3, how many people were using the P06? Because the P06 is without a doubt the most absurd gun in Call of Duty history. Better than the COD 4 M16, better than those bolt-action snipers from COD 2, better than the M40 ACOG, better than busted console MP40. I mean, what other gun is ridiculous? I mean, you get the point here, right? You could you could fucking melt all those guns down into one super gun, and the P06 is still twice as better than that. That's how good it is. Close range, medium range, long range, no fucking problem. And on top of that, great for wall banging and great for shooting down streaks. I mean, there's nothing it's weak at. And it's a one-hit kill from the chest up. Or maybe it's the neck up, but... And in my experience, whenever I'd run into a console player, you know, they'd have the 3 to 4 KD, and they would always use the Man of War. Or maybe the KN57. Whatever goofy name they gave the AK. Well, I guess it's not even the KN. Whatever, the KN. You know what I'm talking about. They would always use ARs, and I always found it peculiar. It's like, okay, so I mean, this guy's got this KD. He plays like this. He aims like that. And my gosh, is it super easy to tell when someone's on a controller. Looking at some of those kill cams. I mean, just perfect, dead center tracking. And they're using the Man of War, which, I mean, it was a pretty solid gun, but it wasn't P06 good. And I think the reason why that is because snipers in Black Ops 3 had a lot less aim assist than the regular guns did. And I remember playing Black Ops 3 a little bit on console. You know, just casual off-stream gaming with a friend, off-stream hours and all that, right? I don't really remember people using sniper rifles all that much. It's always the Kudas and the VMPs and the, you know, the standard ARs and all that. It's just... I guess my point is just on a mouse and keyboard, P06 was a god-tier weapon, and all the controller players I ran into were not using the god-tier gun. You know, I think the aim assist levels has a big part to play in that. And there's the argument that, well, why don't you just turn off crossplay, dude? That's not going to stop you from running into a guy who plays on PC and plugs the controller in. I mean, they still get the same level of aim assist and all that extra good stuff too that console players like to bring up. The FOV slider, 120 plus FPS, blah blah blah. And let's not even get into the existence of the Crota Zen and the strike packs and all this weird goofy fucking third-party hardware bullshit that'll fucking help you manage your recoil. This thing can detect what gun you're using. It's got fucking macro support, so you can sit there and do your goofy... It can sit there and do your goofy slide canceling for you. I mean, this thing, when I checked on it a few months ago, the thing cost like, what, 70, 80 bucks? Maybe even more than that. I don't know. There's a waiting list to buy this thing. I mean, this is like no different than using like an auto-fire control, but it is a lot more than just auto-fire for you. Remember how much shit I got back in the days? Like, yo, there's no way shooting that G3 that. If I had to make a fucking video proving that, yeah, that actually is all me doing that. But it's, I mean, aim assist is just at an absurd level today, and I feel like something that people are not bringing up in the conversation that needs to be brought up is how much better it's gotten over the years, and how much better all the hardware and software and yada 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 has gotten along with it too. Because I mean, people don't get. It's not like the general player base got that much better that quickly. I don't buy it. But anyway, it's not a fan of crossplay. I'd much rather just play against other mouse and keyboard players. It's a night and day difference. Whenever I was able to get into the rare keyboard-only lobbies on Modern Warfare, it's like, yeah, hey, you could actually, you know, jump across a gap and not get instantly slain. Because mouse and keyboard players tend to miss shots from time to time. But anyway, not a fan of the crossplay. Hate it for first-person shooters. Kind of liked it for 2042, though I guess we'll see how that goes once they get all their inputs in a row there, because mouse and keyboard stuff was broken, and apparently stuff on the sticks, too, was really out of whack, so we'll see how that goes going forward. We'll keep eyeballs on. And alright, next part. Skill-based matchmaking. Man, Activision has just got to be so happy that that's the phrase, the buzzword that has caught on. And it's not even skill-based matchmaking. Why do people keep calling it that? Please stop. It's not skill-based matchmaking. It's actually it's a lot more sinister than that. EOMM, engagement-oriented matchmaking. So what's the difference? So skill-based matchmaking, I mean, by virtue of its name, would imply that you are playing against people who are equal to you in skill level. Well, I guarantee you, if I played Shoot House for an hour, I haven't even played Call of Duty in like 7 months, but I guarantee you I could hop into a match of Shoot House and go, it wouldn't take me very long to go something like 70 and 30. You know? Hell, maybe even 80-20. I don't know. It depends on how lucky we get with the kill streaks, but I mean, could you score something like that playing against yourself? Answer that honestly. I mean, maybe once in a blue moon if you're on a super fucking heater, yeah, you'd outplay yourself like that, but no. It's not, no. So, what is engagement-oriented matchmaking? Simply put, it's forced 50% win rate. That's why some games are hard and other games are just easy. It's free. It's a gimme. So, like, why do they do that? So, like, if someone finds themselves winning 99% of their matches, I mean, they're just absolute stomps, they are going to probably get bored. And on the other side of that, if someone is losing 99% of their games, they're not going to play anymore because they're just getting shit on over and over. I mean, who has fun in that, right? I mean, who has fun winning when it's pretty much free 99% of the time, right? So that's not good for business. What is good for business, though, is if sort of you tweak it in a way to be more like gambling. You know, keep the odds, you know, just attractive enough, people are more likely to keep playing, spending money. That's the system in place here. Because, I mean, how do I put this? I mean, the goal... Okay, no. Alright, hold up. Maybe I should have wrote a script for this part. I am doing all this off the top of my head. But, I mean, Activision wants you to play their game for as many hours as they can wring out of you. At the end of the day, They are a business. And with Modern Warfare 2019, they have made money hand over fucking fist. And I mean, I've seen what a lot of the, like average person is saying. It's like they found Modern Warfare to be some of the most fun they've had in Call of Duty in a long time. And EOMM is a big reason for that. It's like, if you're just an average Joe that can only play, like, 2 to 3 hours a week or whatever, I mean, the way Call of Duty now is perfect for you. Because you're not going to be running into the big sweats like me and the freak gamers that are fucking 3 and 4 times as good as I am. And I think that's a big reason why Modern Warfare has made so much money. And like the system is easily abused by the old content creators, the NetDumas, the apparently they're VPNing now in Warzone to go play and eat Egyptian lobbies or whatever fucking rural area out in the States or Hawaii. Wait, that's not really tying into SBMM. It's just more people are just fucking assholes. Oh, dying. Hold up. But yeah, it's I mean, for someone like me too, who I don't like to go balls to the wall, match in and match out. I mean, it's not all about, yo, dude, you just want easy lobbies, bro. I mean, look, I'm not opposed to, sweating my balls off every now and again, but to have to do it game in and game out, like, look, I've matched up against fucking actual Call of Duty world champions in Warzone. I don't want to play against people like that. Fucking game in and game out. Shit. Better pay me a goddamn professional salary if I'm gonna have to try that hard every match. And not to mention, too, this also ties in with the, with cheaters. Though I guess going forward, we'll see how well their new, what are they calling it? Ricochet anti-cheat. I mean, I hope this just slaughters cheaters bigly. But, like, also the downside of, like, whatever bracket it is that I'm in. I mean, it'd be nice to see a number, but Activision thrives on hiding information from us. The less we know, the better for them. But, I mean, Warzone has had a cheater problem for, I don't know, seemingly like 2 years now. Since the game came out. Or since Warzone came out. Oh boy, hold up. If I didn't edit that out, I apologize. But, anyway. EOMM. I think one of the funnest matches of MP I ever had was I was grinding for gold camo on the crossbow. And the crossbow is the shit. Alright, I mean, I'd only use that against bad players, but I don't play against bad players anymore. Those days are long fucking gone. Oh, but I mean, after like 6 hours of struggling with it, and that many hours of just fucking negative scores and negative gameplay, I got it gold, and then I had the Magic YouTube lobby, where it was pure bliss. I got to play with Gen Pop for one match, ended up something like 120 and like 18. Or something like that. Just chopper gunner after chopper gunner. Pure bliss. Just absolute fun. Dunking on people who have no chance. And then after that match, it was back to hell. Where everybody is apparently the best gamer on the fucking planet, and 90% of them are on controllers. That's what I see on by my eyeball. But, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it here. I'm running out of steam. We've gone for just under 30 minutes here. Vanguard, hated it. Too many attachments. Movements in the map just don't mix. Aim assist and crossplay, hate it. EOMM, hate it. But it'd be nice if they went back in the olden days. Oh, this is. Oh, I should have wrote this down. Oh, I mean, just to give you an idea of like how fucked up like just the term skill-based matchmaking is. Some schlub who says he worked on Black Ops 2 is like, I can confirm it did definitely have skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops 2. I should know. I worked on the algorithm. I was like, even the people working on the games don't even know what fucking terms need to be used here. Alright, because if there is skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops 2 and maybe in League play there was, I could buy that. I mean, maybe he forgot to add that part to his tweet or his message. But the standard multiplayer lobbies most certainly did not have skill-based matchmaking, because if it did, I wouldn't have a 3 KD in that game, or 3.2, or whatever my KD ended up at by the time I stopped playing that on console. Because I ain't that fucking good to get a 3 KD against players on my level. I'm not. I mean, it's not how skill-based matchmaking works. Now, if he had said skill-based team balancing, now that is a different thing, which is what they were using up until Black Ops 4, which is why if you were an exceptional player and you played Black Ops 4 solo, or anything before that solo, there's a reason why you were fucking miserable. Skill-based team balancing. And especially, like, if your stats are especially against the norm, I mean, they put the most, just the worst of the worst players on your team to sort of average out the lobby, because that's what it tries to do, is it puts the best player on one team and it puts the second best player on the other team, and it tries to average out, I don't know, the KD or the score per minute, or maybe it's a combination of all those things. And that's why I mean, you need to be a hell of a player. Like, if you had like a 4 KD and above to, backpack some of those games. I mean, hell, I have some of those gameplays on the old XCal plays, if anyone, cares to give a gander. It's like, I can only stand to play Black Ops 4 solo for like an hour before like I had a headache from just fucking trying too goddamn hard. Where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, right. The fucking idiot dev. No, I shouldn't be that mean. That's my bad. Devs get so much shit these days. I shouldn't pile on like that, but buddy, if somehow this reaches your ears, Black Ops 2 didn't have skill-based matchmaking for the general playlist. Skill-based team balancing. I mean, I'm pretty sure, hundreds of Black Ops 2 videos that prove otherwise. It's not like I sat there and session joined my my reverse boosted fucking friends accounts like they like to do these days. And those were live and uncut. So I value my time too much to try and trick the people here. All right. But anyway, I think that's about all there is to it. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you for listening this long and all that. I'm glad everyone has liked my return so far. I think I probably have stepped on a couple people's toes with my aim assist comments, but and come on, man. Come on, we can all agree that modern aim assist performs a little better than World at War did. Yeah, can we do that? I think we can. I mean, I think that's something everyone can agree on. Not that World at War was a shit. Well, World at War on console was kind of a shit game. Really fun on PC though. I blew it not playing that on PC. But anyway, that's about all I got. So thank you guys very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed. I must be on my merry fucking way to do whatever it is I'm going to do today, which is probably play some Lost Judgment. Which is a really good game, by the way, if you're on the fence about buying it. Beat 'em up, Japanese crime drama. Really cool stuff. can also be goofy, but that's also part of the charm. But anyway, I'm out of here. So have a good night, have a good morning, have a good evening. We're out of here. Pup, 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 pup. Peace.